What's going on, guys? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. Now I wanted to give you guys my first impressions about this iMow. Now we were at the Stihls event and I've actually been talking to them for quite a while, and they told me about this robotic mower as we were just talking about their products and things like that. And I was like, I'm a techie guy. I like stuff like that. I do lawn care, robot lawnmower. I need one. I want one and I need one. Let's hook it up. And they're like, hey, it's not that simple. Why don't you come out to Stihls, take a look at our equipment? And we were there, and you know, a few other guys, Stan, Andy, Brian's Lawn Maintenance, Ambrose. You guys know how it is, but things like that. Anyways, they actually have these robot mowers mowing the grounds at the Stihls headquarters.
It's really kind of boring when you have a robotic mower because your grass looks exactly the same every day. It just always has that perfect, smooth, manicured look. It just looks the same every day. You can ask our coworkers here, right? Every day you come in, iMow's trucking along, and
Does it work at night all the time?
it works however you program it.
Yeah. So how does that work?
Well, basically when you set the machine up, you tell it when you want it to mow. And you know, and that's up to your own personal choice, and it really depends on your own situation. So for example, you wouldn't want to have active times when your kids are home playing in the yard. Like on the weekend, if kids are outside playing, you wouldn't want it outside mowing when the kids get home from school. So you want it mowing when nobody's around, ideally.
Pretty cool, dude. Like I was sitting there because like we have a Roomba, and like I think that's cool. Like it's 2018, it's almost 2019. We need to have robots, okay? We need to have robots vacuuming. We need to have robots cutting the lawn. We need to have robots cleaning the windows, things like that. I mean, come on. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty excited. Anyways, there was a few things that I thought I'd tell you guys because I thought it was a lot simpler. Like my Roomba, you come and you click a button and it just goes around. There's no setup, okay? The Stihls one, the iMow is a little more difficult, and you gotta understand why. So they actually place wires beneath the ground for the border, then back to the charger. This is something with a blade spinning on the bottom. So you have to know that if you have an open yard, a Roomba dude, you'd never be able to find it. It'd be down the street vacuuming, you know, if it was outside. And so you can't have that with something with a blade spinning on it. It has to be very precise of where it can and cannot go, because fingers, toes, things like that, and it's outside. So you need it to stay in your property and not be going to the neighbors. Like, the Roombas are cool, they're good, but remember, they're just little brushes on the bottom and they just kind of bump into things to stay in the borders. You have a blade and a very expensive piece of equipment, you want it on your property.
The difference between an iMow versus other robotic mowers on the market? Well, first of all, the big thing is our dealer network, because dealers who sell iMow are trained on how to install it. I mean, it sounds pretty simple. You just put a wire around the perimeter.
Does the wire have to be buried, or could you like run it through the fence and it just knows to hit it, or does it need to be buried?
No, it's got to be able to travel over the top of it, because it literally drives over the middle of the wire when it follows the perimeter. Okay. And it is as simple as it sounds. It's just putting the wire around the perimeter, but there are a lot of little gotchas. So if you do things wrong, then the mower doesn't work right. It may not be able to return to its dock. There's a lot of little silly things you could do wrong that if you just didn't know better, you would do. Trust me on this one. There's a lot of little mistakes you can make. So our dealers have been trained on all of those little gotchas and the little mistakes so that, you know, they can put it in, put the wire down once, and it works the way it's supposed to. It also gets complicated because you could have different mowing zones. So you could actually, so for example, if you wanted the iMow to cross, let's say that was a driveway and you wanted it to cross it and mow the other side, you can program it to do that. And that's when it really starts getting complicated. The fact that it can maintain an acre of grass is in ideal conditions. It can maintain an acre of grass with 40 hours of cutting. So 40 hours a week in optimum conditions, it can maintain an acre of grass. So when you look at different models, you know, they may say, well, yeah, ours can maintain an acre of grass, but then it's like, well, how long does it have to do that? Does it have to run 24/7 for that to happen? So that's where you get the differences between models, and that's where like the efficiency of our blade is a huge plus. Also, the blade is toolless. See the big knob on it?
Yeah.
You just squeeze it, toolless blade change. So like you can change the blade in this thing in like a minute with no tools. So you squeeze the safety latches, which releases the blade, and then you just spin the knob.
Now, the blades maintainable, or are they just replacements?
Just replace it.
Can you change the cutting height?
Yes. This blade does not get sharpened.
Okay.
So it spins both ways. So it cuts from both sides. It's a zero lift blade. What's huge about this is you're gonna see in a minute when it's operating, no dust, dirt, grass, pollen, etc. gets kicked up by an iMow. You watch a traditional lawnmower mow, what do you got? And if you got someone with allergies,
Sinuses, any of that stuff.
yeah, they're in sad shape. So you watch an iMow operate, you know, it's not putting all of those allergens and dust in the air. Another big thing, if we got a little sprinkle right now and you walked around out here, you would notice you wouldn't get any grass clippings on your feet. Because it's constantly mowing it, and you know, it's only ever shaving off 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. The grass just basically instantly disperses. You don't get grass clippings on your feet. It's pretty cool. So think about that, like if you got kids, if you got grass around a pool area, for example.
I got 2 dogs that come in sometimes and nothing to grass.
Yep, you won't have that anymore with an iMow. You get an iMow, that problem will be over. So this blade is balanced to within 0.4 of a gram. It's also inductive hardened, and quite honestly, when iMow tells you it's time for it to be replaced, it really is.
How do you know? Will it just stop mowing?
No, it won't stop mowing. It's got
an error message.
An alert, not an error.
An alert, not an error.
Is any of
Not
that
an
stuff
error.
connected through like the phone?
Yes, so next year they'll be connected through an LTE signal. So LTE cellular connection, and then back to your phone controlled with an app. So let's put the blade back on and hear this thing work.
Yeah, let's check it out in action. Quick question, how do you adjust the height? Like what is it?
There's a big knob on top, you just spin.
Okay, so the only thing you have to do is make sure that thing is plugged in or has the charger that has electricity to the charger, and change the blades ever so often. And this was pretty cool. That mower blade spins at the same RPM as like a traditional push mower. So I thought that, I don't know why I thought it wouldn't, but I thought it was pretty cool that it does, because I don't know. It's Stihl, man, come on.
Exactly.
This whole mowing deck, which is also unique to Stihl, moves up and down.
Gotcha.
So the reason we have a mowing deck, so the whole cover is a safety cover. If it gets bumped or if it starts to get lifted, it shuts it down. But the other thing is let's say something gets past the hood without tripping it. So if I were to stick my hand in like this, before you can contact the blade, you're gonna hit the mowing deck. So it's another layer of safety.
So kids out in the yard.
They shouldn't be in the yard when iMow's operating.
iMow's coming out.
iMow shouldn't be operating if it's properly configured.
Does it hit and turn away?
Yes.
It does.
So it does have a bump feature as well.
Oh yeah. But remember, kids aren't supposed to be in the yard.
So, okay, so generally, when people do it, when they have one, do they make it mow at night?
Or while you're at work and no one's around.
Or while you're...
Now what I was gonna say about mowing at night, so around here we have a big problem with voles, especially at my house in particular, because I live out in the woods. I'm right next to the Great Dismal Swamp, which is great and dismal. Seriously, my yard can look like could look like Caddyshack. I mean, they are unbelievable. The voles, how they go out there and tunnel around. So,
Is it mowing right now?
it's getting ready
I was
to.
about to say, because I don't hear a thing. That thing's super quiet.
Now it's always happening.
It's still super quiet.
Dude. Okay, in a neighborhood, nothing like that, it could mow at night and not bother anybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
So what I was getting
That is crazy.
it scares away the voles.
Okay, so you would recommend it.
Oh heck yeah. The iMow guy knows where
Most likely on that part.
So now that you have no jets, notice how unbelievably quiet.
Yeah. I like how that makes it so bad.
So then you geo-fence it to your yard, and then if it's removed from its geo-fenced area, it locks the machine up. So there's no way that you can be used.
All right, guys, this is the iMow. This thing is ridiculous. How awesome is that?
Look at the berry.
I'm basically in love with it. I literally want one because I haven't been filming in my backyard. I've actually, hold on. Somebody, Blake, his name is Blake. Somebody sent me Elon Musk's $500 flamethrower that literally they just shipped out. The flamethrowers just shipped out like 2 weeks ago, and I got it last week. Like, I can't believe I got that. I shot a video when I first got it in the backyard, okay? And I was I did it, super cool, flamethrowers, huge. I made the video, I was editing it, and my backyard was embarrassing. We had like 3-4 weeks of aerations, and I'd never cut my lawn, dude. And the backyard was so long, when I went and cut it, there was just grass all over. And I'm not over exaggerating. Basically, those clumps sat there for so long, it killed part of the lawn. I raked it up into huge piles, dude. I'm talking this, probably 4 or 5 piles this big, this tall of dead grass. And yeah, it was embarrassing. So I'm like, dude, I'm a busy guy. I'm a tech guy. I think it'd be sweet. I need one of these little iMows, dude. They're sweet. Perfectly maintained lawn all the time. The cool thing is they're actually talking about how you can have robot mowers out working for you. So, and this is me saying this, basically one day, they're pretty pricey right now. One day, just like everything in life, when a new technology comes out, it's super expensive. Over time, it'll decrease in pricing. But hopefully it doesn't go too much, because I think as lawn guys, we're gonna have to adapt with the world. You guys know that, social media, website, internet, all that stuff. But I think when robotic technology, AI, whatever you want to call it, starts advancing and taking out things, like, dude, we went to like a McDonald's or somewhere, I forget, and we never ordered through a person. It was literally the screen and then food. Okay, so one day, whether it's Stihls, I don't know, but there's gonna be areas of your life that a human used to do and now a robot does. Why couldn't it happen at lawn care? It can, okay? Yeah, you might not get stripes with it yet. You might not do this yet, but you guys know how fast technology expands, grows, gets better. And so I see that as an entrepreneur, and one day I will own robot mowers that sleep and stay at my customers' properties. We have a contract, whatever, and that thing all week just mows, and they just pay me. It's like a subscription. We're like, life is huge on subscriptions right now, like Netflix, you know, all this stuff is now on a subscription basis, kind of like your lawn care, okay? Instead of them going out and buying a $5,000 mower, they just pay you 50 bucks a week, okay? It's kind of subscription, so that wouldn't change, but now a robot does it. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it'd be awesome, dude. Like, that's your robot, that's your mower, and they just pay you. And once the contract's over, if they don't want to continue, you just take the robot, and you never went over there, okay? You maintained it, made sure it was up and running, made sure the grass was cut, whatever. I see that as the future, dude. So that's it. I think that's a right step to the future. And so, super cool little mower. From what I saw, it did a good job. They have totally different grass down there than what we have, but I think it's sweet, dude. I cannot wait. I think they're gonna have them at the GIE, hopefully out, and maybe one day I'll be able to get a robot mower and try it out. So I'm super excited, guys. That is kind of my first little thoughts of robot mowers, and will they take over the lawn care industry? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody thought that. It's happened in every industry, dude. Toys R Us never thought that someone like Amazon would come over and take over. Walmart, dude, like Target and Walmart are sweating, man, at Amazon and just all this. Once one person started offering free delivery on groceries, now Hy-Vee, Target, Walmart, all these people had to start doing free delivery, okay? So anytime one person starts changing a trend, someone else will. So it's literally like that everywhere. I bet people that used to install thousand, like tens of thousands of dollars security camera systems, and now you can go to Best Buy and buy one for $200, okay? Technology is crazy. It's changing so fast, and you can't be one of the guys that just stuck in the old ways, say, oh, I've got my number on my truck, I'm good, man. Nope. You gotta get on social media, you gotta get on website. One day, I'm not saying go out and buy robot mowers right now. I have no clue. I'm just putting in my predictions, and the way technology is shifting, this is what I see what's gonna happen. So, might be 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I have absolutely no clue. But there's my first thoughts, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace!